song on, you know. This is how we do it.
No. I wanted to start this week's vlog this morning, but we had to use my phone for the GPS. We lost our power last night at like midnight, so we had no power this morning, and we had to get up early for Aiden's Boston appointment, and it was pouring and friggin' so much traffic. We made it there like just in the nick of time.
Like we were supposed to be about 45 minutes early, just in case. And thank God we left that amount of time early enough, because we ended up being like about 10 minutes late.
Yeah.
They didn't seem to notice or care, so.
They had a lot of other people there too, so.
But it was pretty good. It was no different than because he went for an evaluation. It was basically like the same as the school's evaluation. You know.
Now we're starving. Well, it sucked because Aiden got car sick on the way here, so we had to pull over. It was just a horrible morning.
Let me tell you what's good went down.
He puked into his sweater.
No, hold on. Let me tell you how this all went down. We got up this morning. Okay.
Still no power.
Worst thing that could happen, I'm out of cigarettes.
Oh, Jesus.
So I'm already edgy. And number two, Megan's got panic poops.
Oh, don't.
If you don't know what panic poops are, it's something that you get when you're overly nervous about something that you have to do or someplace that you're going, like a new job interview or
a first date.
You know, a first date.
You know what? I didn't have it too bad when I went on my first date with you. That's why I knew you were the one.
Well, Megan had horrible panic poops. Had to sit there and poop 5 times. Literally 5 times.
Okay, they don't need to hear all that.
Before we left, we get in the car, it's raining, the power's out, none of the fucking traffic lights are working.
Thank God I got gas yesterday, because the gas stations were all closed too.
Everything was closed. Couldn't get my cigarettes. It was a tragedy.
Now we're going home, and hopefully everything is open.
We're on our way up to Boston, and it's raining. GPS, traffic's all backed up. GPS had us pull out and
it took us off the highway.
I felt weary about it, but I'm like, I don't know where this place is to begin.
I know.
If you told me it was Chinatown, I probably would have stayed on 93. But
now we know, because we got to go back next week too, so we will not get off the highway.
So we got off
friggin' Google Maps.
Stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. Traffic light every 30 friggin' feet.
And that made Aiden sick.
Aiden started.
You can always tell when he's gonna puke, because his face says it all, and then he knows enough that he doesn't want to puke in the car, so he's trying to hold it, and we pulled over, and I got him out, and he got a little bit out. Then he fell asleep, and when we were almost near the place, he woke up and was like, he didn't really have anything in his stomach because he didn't eat before we left, and it was just kind of like bile, and he threw up into his sweater, so now I gotta go wash his favorite sweater. You feel better now, buddy?
Yeah, we're all starving. I bought drinks. I still haven't even opened the damn thing.
Yeah, I'll open that now. But I just wanted to recap our horrible morning, because it could not have gone worse. The appointment itself went fine, but I did ask them if it was okay that he comes next week, because we have no one to watch him, and she said it was fine. They'll probably just take him in that room and play with him again while we talk to the people.
Okay. So, yeah, sorry we weren't able to, like she said, sorry we weren't able to vlog on our way up here.
Steven's in my vlog this week.
Yeah.
You aren't usually.
Looking all spiffy and...
That was the shirt we got married in.
Yeah. This is my nice shirt. This is the shirt I wear when I have to talk to people, you know? This isn't the one with like holes in the armpits and, you know,
I just have to
vinyl cement all over it.
I have to reiterate how glad I am that he was able to friggin' come with me today, because I would have
quit my job if they told me I couldn't go.
I would have been vomiting all over myself if I had to drive this morning. All the traffic lights were out. I didn't know where the hell I was going.
My boss gave me shit about taking this time off, because I've burnt through all my time. My my sick time.
Yeah, all
my
the times that your
time,
grandma's been in the hospital and you've had to
times
take her to
appointments and stuff. I have burnt through everything. And I've burned my bridges. So I told him I needed to take this time off. I told him the reason why. And he understood, but he also didn't like it. But he was not in a dick way, you know. It's more about he didn't like it as in the fact that, you know, I'm there to do a job.
Yeah.
You know, he's a very no nonsense guy. Like, do your job or get the fuck out. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So he understood why I had to go, but at the same time, you could tell like he's done. He's done. But I told Megan if he told me no, I would understand and I would tell him that I quit. And he would understand.
It's not like you can't find another job. Like we went through this
Did they
last
know about
year.
all this? All my jobs?
I don't know. I think I've mentioned it. How
11?
Last year you went through so many jobs because
11.
the temp agencies that only kept you on for so long.
This is my 11th job in
2 years.
In 2 years.
Now, he's been here for a year, so it was 10 jobs in 1 year.
Now I'm saying 11. Now, mind you, there was one that I only went for a day and told them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
There was one that I was there for 2 weeks. That was Reinhardt. I was like, okay, so I'm not going to be getting paid the amount of money that you were telling me. It's all bullshit. Fuck.
I didn't like the freezer job. He had to wear like this heavy crap, like he was working in the Arctic cold, and then every night he'd come. That was when you were working nights, and you'd come home at like 6 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
And then he'd come home with this heavy wet clothes that I had to wash every day because he had to have them for that night. It was so annoying.
Well, it was the freezer was minus 25.
Yeah, and he would come home and his beard would still have frost in it. I'd be like, don't kiss me, you're freezing.
Like, you should have seen, like, after about an hour of being in there. It got to the point where you got so used to it that I stopped wearing, like, the face mask. And it was just...
Remember I got you that skull one?
And I couldn't breathe in it. I could not breathe in it.
Alright, well, let's end this so I can get the drink.
Yeah, so,
In half a mile, keep right to stay on I-93 south.
I know where I'm at. You know,
Can I shut that off?
You can kill this now,
Okay.
yeah. So, yeah, thank you for coming with us upon this journey.
Yeah, I couldn't use the mount because the GPS is on there right now, so you can see.
To the magical land of Boston, where roads don't make sense.
I friggin' hate Boston.
It's just that they're all old.
I wasn't even driving and I was having such road rage. Alright, I'm gonna open our drinks now. Say bye.
Bye.
Uh-oh. So it is the next day and our power just turned back on. So yesterday sucked. And that whole trip to Boston and back was so stressful. Aiden actually threw up again when we were almost home. So I felt so bad because I didn't even think about Dramamine. Usually when we go on long car trips, which hasn't been very often, but I will give him the kids Dramamine and that helps it completely. Because I get like that too. If I'm in the back seat of a car for a long car trip and it's stop and go traffic, I will start barfing. So I know exactly how he feels and I felt so bad. But after he threw up that last time, he was much better and fine the rest of the day. Although we had no power, so we had to make the best of it and read books and color and stuff. So I'm taking him to school right now. Today is Halloween. They're having a Halloween party at school, but they can't wear costumes, which is stupid because I remember always dressing up on Halloween when it fell on a school day. But we'll have to wait until Steven gets home tonight to go trick-or-treating. I didn't even buy that much Halloween candy, and we get a ton of kids in our neighborhood, so I hope that I don't run out of candy before it's time for us to go out. I'm gonna have to put a sign on the door that says, hey, we're gone trick-or-treating. But that's it for now. I'm gonna go take him to school and I will talk to you guys later. I totally failed at filming anything when Aiden had his costume on last night, so I will insert us playing with the Snapchat filters from Halloween because he was having fun with that. But other than that, I didn't vlog the Halloween costume.
Can you say bunny? Bunny, bunny.
What is that? What's on your face?
How do you get this? There we go. Open your mouth. You get a straw in the way. Mouth. Go,
Yeah, look at your face. This one is so weird. They need to keep this one all the time. So I haven't really recorded a lot yet this week. I know we recorded coming home from Aiden's appointment Monday. The appointment went really well. It wasn't as difficult a process as I thought it was going to be. We got to be in the room with him the whole time, and they had 2 people playing with him and asking him to write and stuff to see what he knows and what he's learned in school, while the other lady was asking me and Steven questions about his speech and his development and everything. And then we go back this coming Monday for the results, and I was like, is it okay if he comes with us? Because it says on the paperwork that the child does not attend that visit. It's just the parent feedback. And I was like, I have no one to watch him, and I'm not going to be able to bring him to school that day because we have to be there for 8:30, and I always bring him to school for 9. So there's no way that's happening. And then Lord knows how, it says it's going to take an hour, which they said that this past appointment was going to take 2 hours, and that was pretty spot on, which I was surprised. So it was a really nice place. It's all decorated for kids and stuff. All the walls were painted with sea creatures and everything. But definitely hope I don't have to, I hope this next visit is the last one, because it's a pain to get to. It's it wasn't hard to find, it's just hard to get to, because you can see the building, and because of Boston and it's screwed up one-way streets everywhere, it's I can see you, why can't I get to you? I hate, I was so glad that I was not the one driving, because I would have been freaking out. But yeah, so the appointment went well. We did not have power that entire day for 33 hours or something like that. We didn't have power. Came on yesterday morning. That is when we got our power back. That sucked. You don't realize how much you rely on electricity until you don't have it. There's still some people that don't have power. A couple streets over from us, there's still no power over there, because we went trick-or-treating last night, and there was 2 ladies at the end of the street that were just our whole street is still out, but we're kind of they banded together to give out candy, because if you went any farther down the street you couldn't see where you were going. So Eden had fun trick-or-treating. He was a stormtrooper. Hopefully I inserted a picture. I tried to take some pictures, but he didn't want to sit still. There's not really an update on Steven's grandma. She's still at the nursing home. We went to visit her the other day. What day was that? Sunday, I think we went? No, Monday. We went after Aiden's appointment to go visit her. But she's doing really well in there. She got right up out of her chair and she was walking, and it's because they have her on 25 milligrams a day of prednisone, and I don't know why they keep giving her, it's like a steroid that you're not supposed to be on long term, but every time she goes in there, they put her on a high dose of it and she feels great. And then she comes home and they wean her off of it. Like, she was on 5 milligrams a day at home. And she still needed to take her tramadol, which is painkillers, which makes her tired, which makes her want to be in bed all the time. It's just this vicious cycle. And I was like, why don't they try weaning her off it while she's in here so they can see what it does to her? Because otherwise, they're gonna send her home, wean her off of it, and she's gonna be right back to where she was again, in so much pain that she cannot move. I know I feel like I'm repeating myself over and over again, and it's because this cycle just keeps repeating over and over again, but like, ugh. I'm so, these past almost 2 weeks now have been great. Not, like, I'm sure you guys know by now that I'm not saying that maliciously, I just can't handle that anymore. But yeah, I've been so much calmer and more relaxed and able to get stuff done, and it's been so nice. And I'm just dreading when she comes home and this is all going to happen again. Steven's dad is supposed to be down this weekend, but that's like big whoop, but nothing's gonna get done, I can guarantee that. So I don't know, I'm gonna try and push him all week. Today is Wednesday, but like these next couple days, like, you gotta talk to your dad about what's gonna happen, because, and Steven mentioned it to him last time that like, hey, if Megan can't take care of grandma when she comes back home, we're thinking of either like both getting part-time jobs and Steven works at night, because at least like once she's in bed for the night, that's not hard for me because she's just gonna stay in bed. But I kind of don't want to do that because we've done the whole Steven working nights thing before, and it's hard for him to get sleep during the day. It'll be easier now because Aiden's in school, but still, it's just, I don't really want to do that to him, and it's just a, I can't swear right now, but cluster F. Like I've said before, pisses me off so much that his family doesn't help out more. Like, his dad I can understand to a point because he's all the way in Vermont and he can only come down so often because he works too. He did retire and then he went back to the place that he worked before in a different position with less responsibility. I don't know why he did that, but he's like one of those people that can't just sit at home, so he'll probably work forever. But like I've said, his other aunt is a drug addict, so I don't expect her, like, I don't want her around, so I'm not even asking for that. But the other one, it's kind of like you want to go up to her and be like, what's your problem? She visits her in the nursing home almost every single day. That is like 99% more than what she visits her when she's at home. She hardly ever shows up when she's at home. She used to show up more, and it was only because she was able to take her out. Like, she never wants to sit in the house with her or anything. I don't know if she's got a problem with me or what, but it just, like, it'd be nice if she came over every now and then and was like, hey, you need any help? Need anything done? I don't know. It's just, it's sucky. Now I've probably talked for like 15 minutes, so I'm gonna shut up. So today is Friday, so this will probably, I usually end the vlogs on Fridays. This will probably be the last little snippet here. Bringing Aiden to school, and then I have to go do the grocery shopping, the usual, so it's not going to be a very exciting day. Are you excited for school today? Jeez. He kept going, let's go to school, let's go to school. So yeah, I'm going grocery shopping. I have to get my grandpa something for his birthday because his birthday is Sunday, so I'm sure we'll be at my grandma's this weekend. Steven's grandma's coming home tomorrow, so fingers crossed that this goes well, because otherwise next week is going to be super duper stressful for me. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to end the vlog because I didn't really end it yesterday. I didn't know what I was going to film today, but I don't have much to talk about. So I made some of the holiday bath bombs yesterday, so I'm excited about that. These first ones that I made are roasted pine cone is the fragrance oil. And it smells kind of like a pine tree with like cologne. I don't know, it's a very like unisex scent, kind of like the Island Nectar one that we have. So I'm excited for these. They're gonna look cool. I want to make, since I'm not doing a theme for the whole Christmas collection, it gives me a little bit of wiggle room to like do whatever I want. So I think I'm gonna make like a Nightmare Before Christmas bath bomb, but I'm not entirely sure. I announced yesterday that my next palette is gonna be for Stranger Things 2, season 2, because everybody loved the first 2 palettes, and then I had to stop making them because there were mica powders that I used in like 3 of the shadows, I think it was. That's why all the other ones are available as singles on the site right now, because I couldn't make the full palettes anymore, because like 2 eyeshadows in one and then 1 in the other, I couldn't make them anymore, and I tried to like replicate them and it was too different, so I couldn't redo it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this week's vlog. I know it wasn't too eventful, but I will see you next week.